What's going on, everybody? We're back again with another video. We are here to try to finalize the rest of this video. Find love or die trying. As we come to find out, our memories came back. Kat was the one that we were in love with. The one that gave us false hope that she was in love with me. Come to find out, she was Damien's daughter and got upset and wanted to kill me for trying to leave the island. Ain't that some bullshit? Ain't that some bullshit? She shot me. I'm in a tube. Allie's trying to save me. She gave me partially my memories back. We're back on the island now. What the fuck's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen? Who's gonna die? Am I actually gonna die here, or am I gonna save everyone like a hero supposedly I am? But who knows? We'll continue this on. Let's go. Fuck, this is getting intense. Allie, she helped me. I gotta find her. You're up early. Most people around here usually need a little bit more to wake them up. Kat. I remember now. I tried to escape the island with her. She pretended to be my lover. She betrayed me. She shot me too. There's a reason why I'm trapped here. Only fragments I can remember, but I remember enough to know that she is bad news. We've done this song and dance over and over, more times that I can count by now. I've been in love with and chosen Allie, Scarlet, Tara, Violet, and Yui each time and countless times. Am I a bad person? Come to think of it, I can't remember what happened before this show started either. I need to find Allie, but first, the problem at hand. I want to get out of here, but I can't let Kat know I remember what happened before. Gotta play dumb. Sorry. Who are you? Will she buy it? Walk with me. That's a lot to get up to. There's a lot to get up to speed on. The name's Kat. I'm the producer of the new show. Find love or die trying. And what's your name? I don't remember. Looks like everybody's the same beginning as usual. Learn about the killer game show. Meet the girls before the show starts. Yui, I don't remember meeting you before the show, but I'm glad I get to meet you again. It's impossible to not feel happier when I see your smile. You rather think the staff would be learned to cook better by now. There's not so much more than you show the world, Violet. There's so much more to you that shows the world, Violet. Scarlet, you're still hiding that you're reading a magazine with another book. It brings a smile to my face every time. I think I know what happened to you. You still have no idea what we got into, Tara. Killer dating show or not. I'd love to see how the way you still see the world. And finally, Allie. You never give up on us getting us out of here. Even after all this time. Howdy, Nate. I heard you're the suitor. Care to join me on a jog? There's a place in the forest I'd love to go on a run with you. It'd be my pleasure. We went on a jog and exchanged banter we always done when we met each other before. So then we got to an unrecorded area of the forest, her smile faded. I'm glad you got the hint, Nate. You haven't given yourself away, haven't you, right? No, I haven't. As for Cat knows, I don't remember anything as usual. Sweet. I know it was alright to help you at first. Really, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. I got to ask, how did you escape the tank in the first place? Honestly, I got lucky. Usually, the tank knocks me out right away, but the last time, I think something must have bugged out. I saw my chance and took it. Anything better than to be stuck here forever. I'm sorry I couldn't get all your memories back. Don't worry about it, Allie. All I could ask for is this fighting chance, and you gave me that. Don't mention it. I mean, duh. I'm hands down the MVP. Anyway, at the time I need to tell you the truth, Nate. I'm from the Resistance. You can think of us as a covert group of concerned citizens who have a few bones to pick with the world's current management. And those bones are their necks. Joking aside, we're fighting a war here. That war has been one with information that lives on this island, and only here. There's no way we could find this place, not by the conventional means. But then we found out about the show, and they sent you here. Actually, I volunteered. Believe me, the others didn't want to, but I knew I had to. I was the one who was least to lose, Allie. I was pretty easy getting in, all the things considered. All I got to do was write a report and label me as suspicious of conspiring against the government. Take a few cute selfies, and boom, I was flown there. I was flown here. It didn't do great sense then, but that was when I was a lone wolf. But I got you now, and we'll get out of here together. Sounds good to you? Sounds like a plan. I haven't even told you the plan yet. Since you're so excited, let's get right to it. There's 2 things we need to do. Once, we need to bring the other girls' memories back. We won't be able to get their trust or work with them till we do. And we need the help. We need their help for part 2. And what's that? 2, we need to get the fuck out of here. Sounds about right. Easier said than done, though. I'm going to take a hell of a lot to set up the coordination. There's a small army armed and trained to staff tasks to keeping us here. Not to mention us needing a way out of this island. I figured out the way we can go, but now, how about you go on a date with Scarlet today? I can do that. And how does that relate to us getting out of here? I'd tell you if I thought you could do better. If I thought you could be a better actor. Believe me, you'll know why later. Anyway, let's head back to the mansion. We don't want Kat to start looking for us. Sounds good to me. You're really something, you know. That's putting it lightly. Damn. This is intense. Nate, there you are. Sorry, I carried away to exploring the island. I got to be careful around Kat. I know exactly what she's capable of firsthand. So that's it. Well, it's no harm, but there's a whole week to explore, you know? You get 1 date on each of the girls in the first 5 days. That's a little something special for day 6. Then we get this final ceremony where you propose to one of the girls. That sounds like the perfect amount of time to figure out if we're meant to be together. You'd be surprised. Anyway, let's get right to this show on the road. Who do you want to start with first? Scarlet. There's something about her, you know? I found Scarlet inside the library, the place that has often met her for the first time. She always looked happy when she was reading, and the first heart got to try to make her the same way as when I talked with her. We became fast friends again. The similarity of our situation might have played a part of that. Still, I'm not sure why Allie insisted on going on a date with Scarlet anyway. Sure. Sure, getting her memories back will be a huge win, but... Hey Scarlet, Nate, I'm glad you're safe. Things are going crazy out there. What's happening? I know it sounds crazy, but there's a horde of zombies outside. The 5 brothers and a lot of behind the scenes help with the crazy, and Scarlet, you did this, didn't you? Wait, what? I've been here the whole time with Nate. I couldn't have. I never heard anything like this. Wait, what? Actually, it's whatever. Doesn't matter. Either way, I bet you can create a cure for it, no? I mean, I probably could, but I need some of my equipment. I'm not sure why, but I can't find it anywhere. Follow me, we can use our lab. We follow Kat to the games room. Kat put her hands against the wall of the games room, revealing a hidden trapdoor. She walked in and beckoned for us to follow. We walked down, spiraling the stairs and knowing how long it will track and more a few times. I remember this place. You should have everything you need in this room to make a cure. Just don't go snooping around. The lab belongs to R&D, and we could get in trouble if you do. Actually, this place doesn't have everything I need. What else did you need? To build a cure, I need a sample of whatever this is. I need a live specimen. I'm sure you can help with that, Nate. I got some editing that needs my attention. You got this. And just like that, she was gone. If it make you feel better, I'll help you catch somebody. You sure? If you're the only one who can make a cure, then it might be better if you just stay back. No thanks. There's no way I'm letting you out there all alone. I didn't want you to think I'm weird, but I just got a feeling that it's pretty good at collecting unwilling zombie specimens. That is weird, but in this case, she's absolutely correct. Some memories must be intact, even if they're kept below the surface. Well, let's get on with this. We're back up on the surface. Everywhere we looked was overrun by zombies. We wouldn't have stand a chance against a group, but we spent a day trying to split them up, as well as searching for lone wolves. Brains, bananas. For luck, we finally got an isolated sample. How are we supposed to bring him though? One bite and we're finished. I got just the thing. Scarlet pulled out a pair of brass knuckles. Where did you even get that? Is that really important right now? You mind if I looking the other way for a second? It's embarrassing. Sure, Scarlet. I turned around. Brains, bananas. I hear your health insurance cover this. I hope your health insurance. Bleh. Once more with feeling. Are we the bad guys? We dragged them back to the mansion, paying careful attention not to run into any one of the zombies moving amok. Scarlet opened the hidden trapdoor in the game room and we pulled 4 unconscious bodies in. Oh, my hand slipped, causing Forrest's body to tremble down the stairs. And here, he just kept going and going. I don't know. I know. I'll get him. Better get him quick, or we'll have. We're not going to have a live specimen. Luckily, I managed to catch it pretty quick. We put him in the operating table for Scarlet to analyze. Interesting. What's up, Scarlet? This virus, it's pretty clear it's man-made. Even more interesting, it looks like something I would make. It's not that I made zombie viruses, Nate. You sure have. It's kind of cute how you try to hide it. Cat, you there? Weird. I thought Cat would be able to hear us from anywhere on the island. Maybe yours no microphone all the way down here? I guess so. I was going to tell her we got the cure now. Great. Sweet, great work, Scarlet. You bet I did. We administrated the cure to 4 and we went back upstairs together. Cat, you there? What's up, Scarlet? I've been waiting for hours for you guys. You two done yet? We got the cure now. We need your people to help administrator it. We'll be right on it. Lay low for now. We're coming to get you. In the meantime, Nate, how will you tell me about yourself? It'll be my pleasure. With Cat's help, we managed to quell the zombies' plague, and with enough time left in the day for a lovely dinner with Scarlet. After that, a night walk with Allie somewhere safe from the prying eyes. You should be buying a girl dinner first before you murder her in the woods, you know? I think we found a way to bring others' memories back. You found their lab, didn't you? Pretty much. Sweet. I wasn't sure about the getting back after this ship was out, but it was shipped us out there. But so it was good. It's a huge win. So where was it? The secret trapdoor in the game room, but it presses the hidden panel behind the wall. That sounds like we're supposed to get in without being seen. There's cameras everywhere, and Scarlet and I were only allowed to enter before it was a whole pandemic. Don't worry about that. I got an inside man. 4's going to help us override a few cameras and microphones in the mansion with the recordings. 4? That way we can get inside and stay inside long enough to get their memories back without raising any fuss. The brother we KO'd down there the stairs? What up? What's that look for? I'm surprised he's still standing after that, to be honest. I wouldn't work with people who don't go down that easy. Was Fort always working with you? Nope, never till now, but we can't afford to refuse his help. I have to help him prove his he had proved he's trustworthy. Don't worry, I can count on him. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, we have to figure out what the first place of the plan. Up into the trip down the memory lane together. Sounds like a plan. You guys have to see this. Trust me. Allie puts her hand against the secret panel. And a second later, the wall parted to reveal this downstairs Ford became intimately and reportedly repeatedly familiar with. Did Allie prove Ford's trust before, or is this a little trip on the stairs? Whoa! You guys found my secret spot already. I'm sorry. What? I found this place this morning. I sat near the top of the stairs and played a while, but the next thing I found was play a dart. Hold me back, Nate. Allie explained the situation as we walked down the stairs. Sure enough, they were skeptical, except for Scarlet. Okay, your story makes a little more sense when you have come down this here. We walked towards the machines and the mixtures of awe and fear. These markings of the machine, my father's company made these. Why? They didn't. Not my baby. I'm sorry, everyone. I wish that was what to say wasn't true, but it is. I don't know why we're being kept here. Why they filmed the show over and over. But I know that if we don't escape fast, they're going to kill us sooner or later. Nate and I are going to do our very best to make sure all of us get out of this alive. But don't do that. We need you to trust me. Trust you with what? I need you to trust me enough to step back into the tanks that they kept you in. For us to escape, we need all to have our memories back. Otherwise, you won't trust us enough. I have quite to be foolish to step into this tank because someone says so. Violet, you can trust her. Excuse me? I know she's telling the truth about this machine because I built this. Allie. This isn't the first time we met, isn't it? No, it isn't. We've gotten to know each other quite a few times by now. This is a strange feeling. On one hand, this is horrible. On the other hand, I'm glad this machine works. Maybe one day we could put it to use the way it should be. Alright, I'll trust you. We just have to go back into the machine. Thank you, Violet. I know it's difficult to trust me, so I appreciate it. This machine should have your name on it. The machine has your name on it. Now get into it, and then Nate and I will start the reversal process. I hope this works. It should, but it might hurt a bit. Don't spare me the details, please. Scarlet and Violet walk into their respective machines. I don't really get it, but I trust you, Nate. Besides, I got a theme for big things made out of metal. Sure, it's like a mecha. I guess? This is going to hurt. It is. I'm sorry, Yui. Don't be Nate. I'm happy you won't lie to me. It makes even more sure that I trust you. Here we go. Here we go, Yui. Let's do it. Alrighty. They're in their tanks. Let's do this, Nate. On it. Even if it was necessary for all of us, their screams were a reversal process almost more than I could take. Al and I covered it years as Violet, Scarlet, Yui, and Tara remembered years of memories mattered in minutes. After doing all this, we better get out of here. Violet, Scarlet, Yui, and Tara stepped out of their tanks after what must have felt like hours to them. Guys, you okay? This probably isn't the time to mention it, but I made a bet with the four about what would happen when they get their memories back. What did you bet? I'm going to watch from a safer distance if you don't mind. If looks could kill, the girls just had some gotten out of the tanks but killed me for several times over. They ran yelling and screaming, "You five-timing little cheater!" Hey, yo, wait a minute, what? I was in the mix as much as you were, don't... Too late, you were on the... They were on me like hyenas. Ah! Now that we calmed down, how about we go over the escape plan? Better be good, Allie. For your sake, Nate. Out with it then. Alright, listen up. Over the next hour, Allie explained her plan from the start to finish. Trust me, this is the best we got. But if this is our plan, we're doomed. Okay, what's the plan? Congrats, Nate. You made it to day 2. They gave our artist a run for the money yesterday with Scarlet. And before we got the zombies involved, believe it or not. I'm glad to hear that. You think you choose Scarlet at the end? Too early to... I figured the best would make scenes as uncertain as possible. I just get too focused on any girl. Kat said that getting lower ratings during the show, blah blah blah. If that happens this time, then game over. The only reason why we're able to make these moves right now is the fact that because Allie's machine glitched out. Who knows if this will ever happen again. There's no room for error. Too early to say right now, but she's definitely up for there, Kate. She's definitely up there, Kat. I like the sound of that. But you know what I like even more? Drama. What do you say you start the fire with a full date with another woman? If it ain't broke, so who's gonna be? Who am I choosing? Alright, as you notice, there's only one room for the mansion that's locked. Nope, not even a bit. Really? That's right, the game is right by the games room. It's not even the hidden one. I'm starting to understand that you've been stuck here all this time. I was snooping around at the night and looking for snacks. I mean, when I saw Kat open it, it's usually a black key when she keeps on the ring of her pocket. It's definitely a master key. I've seen her use the same key in both in the mansion and as well as the other buildings. Sounds like there has been good to get our hands on it. Exactly. If you get that key even for a minute, I can make a mold of it and you can then make it easy to duplicate key. I bet I'm betting it will be pretty much helpful for helping us get out of here. Just to put it lightly. That's awesome. When did Kat notice her master key going missing? You were absolutely right, especially if you or I take it. I'm feeling a butt's coming, but it won't be you or I taking it. Tomorrow, I want you to ask Yui on a date. Let me go get Yui by the end of the night. You both understand why it has to be you two. I'd say it sounds like a plan, but I have no idea what's going on. The bunny. I can feel it. Trust me, Nate. When I have ever been wrong. I could list every single date that's been on as evidence. That doesn't count. Yui, there's something about her, you know? Well, make it happen. It was the first date since getting all the girls' memories back. It went far. We went for a walk in the woods. The same date we truly made it again for the first time. It was a little awkward at first, but we figured out how to not to give away what we knew on camera, but we figured it out pretty quick. It's nice to see you again, Nate. I feel the same way, Yui. After all this time, it's got to be fate, hasn't it? It must be. To be honest, I feel like things are gone a little over my head. This show, meeting you again, everything, it's just moving so fast. Something I feel like everything is just moving too fast for me to keep up. But with you, everything feels alright. Like I know it was going to be okay. Would it be okay if we just spend today like this? She leaned closer and putting her arms around me. I won't have any other way, Yui. Wait a minute. What about getting the master key? Ah, I can tell by your face what you're thinking about. Don't worry. I got it covered. Bun, bun, bun! The one darted off a nearby bush and ran into Yui's side. Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. She picked him up and hugged him tight. It was impossible not to smile. Almost forgot. Bun, bun, bun. Hunt! Leaped out of her arms and then dashed towards the mansion. And with that out of the way, how about we walk for a little longer? What just happened? She reached out for my hand and then held it tight. I liked that. We walked and talked for hours. When we took breaks, we laid next to each other on the grass and talked about anything and everything. Yui's a lovely girl. At times I remember how dire the situation we're in, and I couldn't help but just to freeze up. With Yui, I'm never afraid to face those fears. She makes me braver just for a smile. Even when she couldn't ask directly about what was on my mind, she found ways to comfort despite that. And in turn, just to make her smile made me feel lighter than air. A life with her would be wonderful. It'll make sure she gets us a lot. I got to make sure to get us all out of here. You're safe. Nate? Yeah? I love you, Nate. I hope we can spend another day together, just like this, soon. Me too, Yui. We walked back together and hand in hand, we went our separate ways. Nate, you won't believe what happened to me today. What happened, Kat? I got attacked by some kind of forest monster. It was like at least a feet tall and monstrous teeth, and there was at least 5 of them. I took everything I had to not to laugh. Luckily, I managed to fight them off without any permanent injury. And I just make sure the 4 deleted the footage. That shit was both embarrassing and traumatic. The 4 deleted. I keep saying the 4, but 4 deleted the footage. Blah blah blah. Okay, that's good to know. That was the worst run yet. What do you mean by that? Oh, nothing. I just had a long day. I bet. You should get some rest. I bet you should get some rest while you have the chance. 5 forest beasts was nothing to sniff about. You make fun of me. You're making fun of me, aren't you? Not at all, Kat. Forest beast actually is 1 in 10 people. It couldn't happen to you. Right. I'll see you later, Nate. Good night, Nate. Can't believe that worked. How do you train a pet bunny to do that? It's all thanks to our special training last night. I have made a few contracts with a few devils from the forest, but I'm sorry, what? I'm half kidding, don't worry about it. Which half? Are the keys ready to use? Not yet, which sucks. It's going to have to take a little longer for the makeshift plaster to set. Where'd you get the plaster from anyway? Believe me, knowing about how I got it will not make you any happier as a person. I'm cool with not knowing. Anyway, the keys will probably be usable by tomorrow morning, but you'll have to get in. But you'll have your next date by then. We'll test them out as soon as it's night tomorrow. Sounds good? Sounds good to me. Awesome. Let's go, team. How about you let the rest of the girls know, Nate? Ford disabled the audio recordings in the house at night, so we should be good to talk back up there. I'll let them know. I went back with the disguise case back to the mansion. Where are they? I can hear some sounds from the kitchen. I make my way over. Hey Violet, how are you? "Hmm. Goodness, apologies Nate. I didn't see you there. You seem pretty deep in thought. What's on your mind? Besides to say hundreds of different versions of memories of the same week, I'm worried of the people back home. Yeah, Yui has her brothers to worry about, though she tries not to burden anyone with that feeling. Everyone has families out there, and who knows what happened to them in the last, well, however long it's been we trapped here. I have never gone along with my parents that well. Even so, they must be worried sick. I'm sure they're doing fine, Violet. And they're going to be so happy to see you again. You're right, Nate. Though, there's no way you could know that for sure, could you? I guess so. But we got to believe, right? I suppose you're right, once again, Nate. When we finally escape this dreadful place, I'm going to hold them so tight. It's kind of funny. What is it, Violet? I told you I had a twin sister, right? Yeah, you did. Her name was Viola? That would be her. She was always my parents' favorite. You know the type, she came in first about everything while I did not. Even so, we got along just fine. I was proud to call her my sister. Then there was an accident. She saw a car before I did. She moved to protect me before I could. In the end, she was hit before I was, and she died for it. I'm so sorry, Violet. Before then, I had no problem being second place to her. But for her sake, just for that one time, I wish I had come in first. I'm oversharing, aren't I? Alright, I apologize. It's okay, Violet. Just say what you're feeling. You're kind, Nate. It's something I adore about you, you know? After Viola died, I did my very best to live up to the standards she set for my parents. You could probably guess how well that went. I wasn't good enough running the business, or appearing prim and proper, or even things that define like a partner. It's a little embarrassing, really, but there's a whole reason why I came here. My parents saw an ad for the show and thought it might help me. Or perhaps they just wanted to kick me out of the house to make me more for my new baby brother. I couldn't resist the chance for them to support me for once. At times, I feel like I can't do anything right, like how this show has developed. This is a nightmare in every regard. Violet. Yes? I held her in my arms tightly. You're an incredible woman. Believe me, there's nothing you can't do. I've seen you put your fear of God into the brothers fight and make delicious meals that some people would probably kill for. Even if it's a nightmare, even one we're going to get out of together, and we wouldn't be able to do it without you. You're too kind. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. But enough about me. Have you remembered anything that you came here? Unfortunately, I haven't, but I'm hoping for the master key we've pilfered will help me with that. I hope so, for your sake. In the event of where things done is not provide any answers, my previous offers finding you help outside here to get your memories back stands. Thanks, Violet. I really appreciate that. It's the least I can do. I still fancy you quite a bit, you know? I know it's not the time or place, but maybe we could get out of, when we get out of here. Perhaps you join me for, say, a lovely cruise around what's left of the world? I'm looking forward to that one day. As am I. We talked for a few moments longer after retiring for the night. For once, I laid in bed not worrying about being killed. For once, I was excited for tomorrow will bring. It's only up from here. Nate, Allie, what are you? Never mind that. You got to come down to the lab. What is it? We found something, and I know you want to see it. She reached my hand and pulled me where we ran. The other girls were already there, crowded around the table with a pile of folders on top of it. What's going on? I was just looking around the lab and when I stumbled across this, there are files. I didn't read anyone's but my own, but I have to warn you. Caution was lasting where it was on all of our minds. Most of us scrambled for our own files except for Yui, who was already holding hers, and Ali. Weird. There's no files for me here. I double checked and there was nothing for me. I guess I'm not getting my answers today. Ali slowly walked into the pile, found her own, then opened it for one fluid motion. Interesting. What is it? Ali Major, sent by the islanders to support committing treason against the government. Selected for the experimental show for fitting for the spouty girl archetype. We need one of those. That's good to know. The whole get up was a good idea. Did you know I actually fucking hate sports? Ali, I've never seen Ali so angry. Let's see. They got all the fake information I gave. That sounds like about right. What is it? They've been taking extremely detailed notes of me in every single run of the show for the past 2 years. What I've done, things I said in private or with others, they've got notes down over here and when I brush my teeth. How I react directly when it change of the show, or tell me different things, or we've never been but lab rats to them. It's true, and it's my fault. What do you mean? If I hadn't invented the machine in the first place, none of this would have happened. You couldn't have known, Scarlet. You knew what you really wanted to help people, and that was a great thing. It's not your fault for someone ended up using your invention like this. If you say so, Nate. My file says I wiped my memories to put. Files say they wiped my memories to put me on the show, and then make sure that no one else could build this technology. I can't find the beginning to understand how they could be the reason for causing all of this. I'm not sure we even want to understand the people who run this place. The room fell silent. I wanted to crack a joke to ease the tension, but it was impossible. Thank goodness. Wait, what? I'm surprised to hear you say that, Yui. All things considered. Oh, sorry, I know how it must sounded. Sorry, guys. Mine was the same as Ali's. They tracked, measured, and ever commented everything about us so many times. I felt so violated. But it's nothing all bad. Did I ever tell you why I came to the show, Nate? No, why's that? I forgot I wasn't allowed to tell you, but that was one of the conditions. To be completely transparent, the reason why was money and nothing but that. It was hard enough to take care of myself without my parents, but let alone 2 brothers and the whole farm. I remember now. It was Kat who reached out to me. She told me if I come onto the show, my brothers and the farm will be taken care of for life. I know this is horrifying, but I'm just glad she held up her end of the deal. Even if I might die here, never see them again, that's too depressing to think, Yui. Yui! Yui! Do you really love me? Do you really? My heart! But the truth comes out, it's crazy. We're going to get out of here, see your brothers again together. Thanks, Nate. I like that. I'm curious, Yui. What kind of archetype did they list you as? The girl next door. Damn it, that sounds a lot better than the gamer gremlin. Yui, Scarlet, and Ali and I laughed. At the times in having the mood Tara was around was critical. I looked at Violet, who has been silent the whole time. She was trembling. Violet, are you... Please, God, don't let this be true. Violet fell for her knees and sobbed with her hands against her face. I rushed her aside. Are you okay, Violet? Violet threw a folder against the floor, causing the papers inside to scatter in the room. Nothing is okay, Nate. It doesn't matter if I get off this island or not. I'm not like you. I have nothing to go back to. There's no one to stand by me. There's nothing for me either way. Violet, wait. She ran to the stairs, her sobs and echoes through the staircase through the lab. I moved forward. I followed her, but Yui stopped me. I think she might need some time alone, Nate. I didn't mean to look, but after the papers scattered the room, maybe she should just read it. Yui handed me the papers were Violet's file. Violet Valentine is a special case, otherwise unremarkable, but she's a daughter of an Edgar and a Vane Valentine, one of the primary investors. It's my understanding that they were recently had a son and want for him to be the next heir after Viola's passed. Edgar and Vane sent the remaining dollar Violet to us to fill the willing, well knowing what the show would entail. They paid us an incredible sum to make sure she does not return from the show. For me, this is too cruel. This is hard to keep reading. I closed the folder and just stared open mouthed at Yui. There's no words. I knocked on Violet's door later that night, but there was no use. Please, just leave me alone, Nate. Here if you want to talk, Violet. Even if she opened the door, I wouldn't have no idea what else to say. What could I say? I was wrong. It's not only up from here. It's a long way down. Yo, this shit's getting sad. This shit is getting sad. Alright. I was hardly surprised about it. I didn't sleep well at all last night. You know what? Is that 41? As much as I want to continue this video, I'm gonna have to end it here. I want to see how far I have left. I don't know how far I have. I'm gonna continue this video a little bit later. I'm probably gonna make a cut because since I'm doing a cut for this to have a little bit more time in the other one, we're gonna do a quick cut and start the video next right about now. So I want to continue this. So I will catch you on the next video. It'll be out in the next couple of the final. I really hope the final cut of this video is gonna come out the next day or two to go from there. But this game is actually really fucking good. Like, you learn the backstories of Scarlet, Yui, Ali, Sally, Violet. I want to know what Tara was. They called her a gamer gremlin, which is hilarious, but at the same time sucks. But still, like, learning everyone's past is like intense. It made you realize how they got there, why they're there. And it's intense, and we don't know why they made the show. But anyways, we're continuing this video next time. This is your boy Nate CFK. Talk to you. Chillin' Minnesota where the winter's colder. It's just another reason to hold you and keep you warmer, and continue to console you when the season's over. Cause you're a good girl, and you know it. Yeah.